What's going on? It's your boy Chris Wright, and welcome back to a quick little word. Yeah, man. I appreciate you for tuning in and checking your boy out. I know it's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? Life been life, but your boy back. I'm in a better space mentally and everything like that, so I'm ready to get into it. And I ain't gonna keep you. I'm gonna jump straight into it. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a quick little word, and I value your time, and I value, what you got going on. You know what I mean? So just straight off the dome, straight off the dome. I wanna give some tips on marriage advice for the fellas, specifically like young married brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like if you married and like you anywhere from 20 to 30, like y'all, this for y'all, and it's just a few basic tips. You know what I mean, that I think is beneficial. So I'm gonna be looking at my phone a little bit. We're gonna jump straight into it. And the first thing I want to talk about is communication and how important it is to communicate with your partner. So like communication is your best friend. Don't be that person that's like, you know, too good to communicate. When it comes down to communication, you want to argue and yell and scream. That is unhealthy, excuse me, and toxic. So you have to get with your partner and figure out what healthy communication skills that y'all need and what's beneficial for y'all. Because the communication skills that may work for somebody else may not work for y'all. And you got to be mindful of that. And the next thing I would say too, when it comes to communication, is like be slow to respond and listen. Because a lot of times, especially I'm speaking for me, like a lot of times I just want to respond because I want to get my point across. I want to be heard or whatever like that. And if you let your spouse and you let your wife speak and she get it out, you'll probably realize what you were wrong in the situation, whatever y'all were having a disagreement about. You know what I'm saying? So like no matter how small you think something is or how insignificant it may be to you, communicate that with your wife. You know what I'm saying? And then don't be petty. Don't be petty. That's my next point. Don't be petty when it comes to leading and stuff like that. Because what happens is, like, let's say you and your wife get to a point and, you know, she's trying to do something and you tell her, like, hey, that ain't gonna work. And she wants to do it her way anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she does it her way and it don't work. Don't you be that person that's like, oh, ha, ha, ha. I told you so. I told you that wouldn't work. Nah, you the man of the house. Lead. Explain to her why that wasn't a good idea or why you said it wouldn't work. Teach it. Make it a teachable moment. Don't be petty. Don't be doing like little slick stuff trying to get even and get back at your wife. I'm telling you, it is going to cause some more problems and more trouble than it's worth. Um, my next thing would be to be involved. And what I mean by be involved is around the house, cleaning, cooking, and things like that. Because what you don't want to do is, like just feel like everything's supposed to be on your wife. Fellas, hit me out. Hit me clearly. Hit me clearly when I say this. Your wife is not your mama. Your wife is not your mama. You hear me? So like get involved and be involved, you hear me? Like cook, clean, do stuff. Like don't just let it all fall on her. If you see that, y'all need groceries, you hear me? If you see y'all need groceries and there's like a few items running your low, a few items running low, and your favorite little snacks, almost out. Don't wait around for your wife to be like, oh, she ain't gonna get no groceries. We ain't got nothing in the house. Nah. You go ahead, make you a little list and be like, okay, hey, you know what I'm saying? You let her know, like, I'm about to go to the store. Like, do you need anything? Like, I noticed we running low on some stuff. And I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, she had already started making plans to go. She just hadn't got around to it. She probably already got like a little list going. So like be involved and help out. You hear me? Plan dates. You know what she like. You know her favorite food, her favorite restaurant. At least you should. You should know. So like with you knowing them things, you should automatically just be like, you know, hey, look, get dressed. You know when she off, I'm taking you out. We going to the spot. You know what I'm saying? Be involved, fellas. You know, like just pay attention to the small things, the detail in some things. It don't take a lot. Make sure you taking care of the cars. There's no way that your wife, if you taking your car to get your car oil changed and your tires rotated routinely or whatever like that, that your wife should be taking hers. Nah, you took yours, take hers too. You know? And like it really is the small things that women appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Like just being attentive. Sometimes, you know, your wife just wants you around. You ain't gotta like go in there and a lot of times even have conversation. Sometimes your woman just wants to be in your presence. And like it might be annoying sometimes because you want your space, but remember, you gotta be involved. You gotta be attentive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like pay attention. Sometimes she just want to be around you. And that's cool. So like don't take it like, oh, she don't want to leave me alone. She don't want to leave me alone. And like, hear me out. I'm not telling you nothing I ain't been through, and I ain't telling you nothing I don't do. You know what I'm saying? If my wife low on gas and I see, you know what I'm saying, like she low on gas, I'm gonna go fill a tank up. I'm gonna make sure she's straight. You know what I mean? Her tires low. She ain't she got a pump in her car, but if she tell me hit a light on, guess what? I'm gonna go out there and fill up her car. Like I'm gonna go put the air in them tires. You know what I'm saying? Like wash the clothes, fold the clothes, put the clothes up. Like help out. When you plan that date, and if you got kids, you might have to make that phone call. Maybe it's somebody one of her friends or something like that. Maybe it's a family member. Like, hey, can you keep the kids for a couple hours so we can go have some quality time. Like remember too, like small things go a long way. And when I say small, I really mean small. Put the toilet seat down when you leave out the bathroom. When you see the toilet paper running low, put another roll in there. The toothpaste contain a load. Get a new one out. Small things, like small things. Sweep the floor. You know, randomly just give her a hug. If you got kids, make sure the kids bathe. You hear me? Like it's not complicated. It ain't rocket science, and I don't think that's a lot to ask for from us as men. You hear me? Because like I know back in the day, and like I hit the stuff on other social media apps too. You know, talking about like, oh, back in the day, the woman did X, Y, and Z. Man, we ain't back in the day, and it takes a team to have a successful win streak. And in order to be successful, it takes a team. Let's put it that way. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take the both of y'all working together. So, fellas, like you gotta remember, like the saying back in the day, you gotta pull your weight and pull your part on the other end. It's bigger than just you working and paying bills and you and all. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that, bro. I'm telling you. You know, because 9 times out of 10, like a woman, like your woman, a lot of times she just want the small things. She want a little attention, and she shouldn't have to beg you for it. You hear me? Like she shouldn't have to be like, oh, spend some time with me. Or we'll never get together. We'll never do nothing. Or like you don't never do nothing around the house, man. She shouldn't have to tell you that. You hear me? Like you should be on that. You should be on that. So to wrap this up, don't be petty in your relationship, in your marriage. Be involved, help out, do things. You know what I'm saying? Like listen to your wife. And that goes with the communication. So like that's my tips, and I'm gonna have a lot more to come with that. But that's what I got for you today and for right now. So I appreciate you for tuning in and checking your boy out. We back in the building, you hear me? So yeah, like that's what I got for you. I appreciate you for tuning in. And as always, too, like if you like any of the apparel and the merch that I'm wearing, be sure to check out my website. It's linked. It should be linked. It's fashions.com, and you'll be able to see everything that I have and see everything I got going on and remember like, it's all about wellness, self-care, self-love, mental health. Until next time, I'ma holla at you, man. Peace.